Super Mario Odyssey is a classic. Released in 2017 during the launch year of the Switch, it quickly became one of the most popular and best 3D platformers around. But what if I told you we could really change up the game? Well, in this video, we're going to take a look at some cool Super Mario Odyssey mods that change up the game in a bunch of different ways. Of course, this video is for educational purposes only. And with that, I'm Anton, and let's jump right into things. First up, we've got the Super Luigi Odyssey mod, which, as you might have guessed, makes this adventure all about Luigi. This mod isn't just a simple model swap, as the creators put a lot of attention to detail. The animations have been modified, and Cappy is now completely green. Even the letter puzzles changed. It feels like something straight out of the year of Luigi, for those who remember that. All of the costumes have been modified, featuring Luigi's iconic L and green color. If you're a Luigi fan, you'll definitely like this mod. And the creators didn't even have to make their own Luigi model or get one from somewhere else, as he was added in an update alongside the Balloon World minigame. Oh, and speaking of which, since Luigi's out on his own adventure, Mario takes over, as it's now rebranded as Mario's Balloon World. Even though this mod is quite great, I've added a few additional mods, such as an updated logo mod that makes it look a lot better, as well as a jump height mod that makes Luigi jump similar to how he does in Super Mario 3D World. Though it does have some quirks, as when on the moon, and you do a triple jump, well, you launch right into space. And it's pretty funny, so yeah, you might want to disable it for that area. But overall, Super Luigi Odyssey is pretty fun, as it's very well put together, and Wexos and Atlas did a great job on this mod. Next up, we've got the Elemental Powerups mod, which gives Mario control over the 4 elements: water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the 4 nations lived in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only Mario, master of all 4 elements, could stop them. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this mod is based off of the Avatar franchise. This mod is very impressive, as Mario has a ton of different abilities here that all work pretty well and are really fun to play around with. You can change abilities by opening up the elemental menu, by pressing and holding on the left analog stick, and then using the right analog stick to select the element that you want. It's intuitive and looks great. And to see how you can use these abilities, you can press right on the D-pad to open the control menu, and it's very useful. Without it, I'd be pretty confused. First up, we've got the water element, which allows Mario to create a water shield for defense and control a stream of water, which can destroy enemies, though it's a bit janky. Next up, we've got the earth element. These ones are really fun to use, and probably my favorite. Firstly, you can dig underground. It's kinda similar to the spin drill from Super Mario Galaxy 2, as well as the drill ability in Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And you can even climb up walls, allowing you to get to areas that you normally wouldn't be able to get to. And then you've got the rock launcher ability, as when you ground pound, a sand geyser launches you up into the air. And it's fun when you chain the abilities one after another. And next, moving on to the fire element. First, there's Fire Breath, an attack that's pretty easy to use and can destroy enemies with ease. And next is Fire Ring, that creates an expanding fire ring when you ground pound, destroying enemies within its reach, and is useful for clearing out a ton of enemies at once. Both abilities not only deal with enemies, but it can also cause NPCs to glitch out. Yeah, I think he's enjoying it. And finally, we've got the Wind element, consisting of Wind Breath, which allows you to push items away from you, and the Glider ability, which has Mario using Aang's glider to soar through the air, getting a nice bird's eye view. And this mod is still in early access, so hopefully it gets better from here. So a big shout out to Just Can't 8 for their amazing job on this mod. And you can find his channel down in the description, as well as my website, which contains all of the mods featured here. And some mods may only work with certain versions of the game, just like how this one only works with version 1.0, so do keep that in mind, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it always helps out the channel a ton. And let's move on to the next mod, which is the Flood mod, which adds floods to the game with 3 functional nozzles, which all function similarly to how they do in Super Mario Sunshine. First up is the Hover nozzle, which, as its name suggests, allows you to hover in the air, and for quite a while too, and makes it easier to get coins and reach far platforms. It might even help you get a moon or 2 quite easily. This is a fun mechanic in Super Mario Sunshine, as it makes the game fun to traverse. And next you have the rocket nozzle, which allows you to launch high into the sky. It's pretty similar to the rock launcher ability from the last mod, and it's a really fun nozzle to use, though quite game breaking. Though when using this with the hover nozzle, you can get around pretty easily. And lastly, you've got the turbo nozzle. It's pretty similar to the rocket flower, found in parts of the game, and it's fun to run around, although you do have to keep an eye on your water levels, which pretty much mimics Super Mario Sunshine. But this aspect is implemented very well, though water might be harder to find in some places. You can cycle between the different nozzles by pressing left or right on the D-pad, and there's even a debug menu included, accessible by holding the L button and pressing up on the D-pad. And you can even enable an additional cycling method, which has you pressing the left analog stick. Personally, I prefer the D-pad, as it can be annoying to swap through them while running at the same time. And it's overall a pretty fun mod. And Just Can't 8, the creator of the last mod that we took a look at, did a great job with this one. But next up, we've got the Sonic mod pack. And these are a bunch of different mods that are used to create Super Sonic Odyssey. We've got Sonic himself with an added voice mod, a speed mod, one that replaces the coins with rings, and another that replaces the moons with Chaos Emeralds. But when all enabled and put together, it creates for a very unique experience. There is a faster speed mod, but the slower one makes it way more playable. But yeah, it's a pretty fun mod to play around with. It's fun just spinning around the sand dunes in the Sand Kingdom, though it may make the game a bit more annoying. And finally, we've reached the last mod, the Lava Rise mod, that makes the lava rise slowly in most kingdoms, except for Dark and Darker Side. It's a fun way to add some urgency to the game. Sometimes you'll feel like you're just barely staying ahead of the lava, while other times you'll be waiting for it to catch up to you. It's quite fun to see if or how long you can survive. In some kingdoms, you might be able to survive for eternity. I've tried all the kingdoms with this mod, or at least the ones that work. But for some odd reason, nothing happens in the Snow Kingdom. Maybe it's a bug or something on my end, but yeah, it's odd. But overall, it's a pretty fun mod. You can try doing a playthrough of the game with this mod enabled, but it might not be fully possible, which is why I recommend doing the challenge when you finish the game. But yeah, mods are quite fun to play around with, and I hope you enjoyed taking a look at a bunch of them here. Let me know what kind of mods and fan games I should take a look at next. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as it always helps out. And make sure to check out the description, where you can find all the mods featured in the video. And with that, I'm Anton, and I'll see you in the next one.